Alright, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be continuing on with Dragon's Dogma 2. We are going to attempt to get all of the Seeker's tokens that I have missed in this initial part of the game, and move from Melve on to Burnworth. So, I am actually going to grab a couple pawns solely to make an encounter that I know is coming a little easier. However, kind of looking like I don't have the best choice of pawns here. So, I may very well have to nix that idea.
You are wise indeed to have sought my aid. Shall we discuss tactics
I'll
now?
take this one. And it looks like, surprisingly, there are no thieves. Well, I am sure that we will run into one.
Can't expect to fare so well every day.
Honestly, for me, it definitely feels good to be getting myself back into the swing of things. And honestly, I think this game does deserve a bit more love. But
Just yonder looks to be a good
I
spot
will
for harvesting ingredients.
get to that at
Shall we see
some
if there's aught
point
to
in
be
the
found
future.
while we're here?
For now, I'm just here to enjoy the ride of playing the game I very much enjoy once again, and share it all with you. Truthfully, it's a beautiful world, a beautiful journey, and personally, I find it very worthwhile. But that aside, as I go towards where I know a couple Seeker tokens are, I gotta say, went with my wife last night to our local game shop. We participated in the Avatar pre-release for Magic the Gathering, and I gotta say, very fun, but goodness, sometimes when you don't get anything that synergizes in the packs, oh my. The set has some fun mechanics, but I'm hoping on the next pre-release that we do with this set, since we are participating in 2, I can get slightly better luck with my packs. Otherwise, I'm just gonna try and make things work again. So, definitely worth taking a gander at if you enjoy Magic. Now, there are 2 side quests that I can get by going this way, and more than likely I will pick both of them up while I go get the Seeker's tokens here. And one can only be acquired at night, the other can be acquired in the evening. And if certain NPCs are around the quest giver you need to see in the evening, then you will not be able to get the quest. So, something to keep in mind. Alright, I hear the combat music. Where are they? And why are my pawns just standing here? What in the hell? Come on.
Then I shall remain by your side.
Let's go get this rift stone real quick, see if we can't find us
One
a
might confidently call
thief
that a
pawn.
resounding victory. Overconfidence is an enemy in
This
and of
area right
itself.
here,
Let
Moonglow
us
Garden,
instead strive to
is
better
where you
ourselves with every
can
battle.
acquire a quest at nighttime. Something that, in my first playthrough I did not realize. Actually, look at that. I'm not used to him being here in the day. Let's see if I can get it now.
What is it? Got a question about my training regime? Suppose that was an unlikely guess. None took to the training like you did. Hoping to enlist, then? No. A pity. I'd hoped to add you to our ranks. You'd seem like you'd be fit for battle, even if I were to call upon you on the morrow. Which is more than I can say for the rest. Apologies for assuming. We've had fewer folks looking to enlist of late, and I'm hungry for recruits. Many keep their distance on account of the instructor being a beastren. How very Vermundian of them. At the very least, I'd like to provide some decent training to the soldiers we have now. Easier said than done, especially when the weapons we were promised have yet to arrive. Tisn't like to boost their morale having rusted steel to train with. What I wouldn't give for some decent weapons and a soldier to act as an example. Someone with motivation to grow. That'd light a fire under them, I reckon. Mayhap you could aid us. I know 'tis much to ask of anyone, let alone a stranger, but what else am I to do? Much appreciated. We'd welcome what you can spare.
Sir Baron's request is quite understandable. Weaponry and motivated soldiers are the pillars of any military.
So, as I said, I definitely missed this until a bit later in my initial playthrough. I had no idea he was here. And thankfully I came back when I started sweeping the map after progressing through the story, and, well, it leads to a multi-chain quest that is, well, definitely worth taking on if you like playing warrior. A lot of these pawns, fighters. Okay. Well, I can make do without. Onward to picking up the next quest and a couple of Seeker's tokens along the way. I truly do love this world design, though. Yes, at its core, it very much leads you where it wants to, corridors and such. But the way it's built just works so well, and I think it is one of my favorite aspects that truly, outside of maybe a few instances, you can see something that you like in the distance or something that catches your eye, and the majority of the time you can actually make your way over there. So, something that's just wonderful, at least to me. I believe there's a chest or two around here. We'll have a rock war. Oh, missed me. Come on. Quit running. Alright. For that.
The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me. Now that is a surprise.
I love the goofy things you can do in this game. There are some skills on later vocations that are just wonderful. Warrior being able to ragdoll enemies into other enemies, and Mystic Spearhand being able to launch enemies at others will never not be satisfying to me. Truthfully. Let my pawns deal with all of that. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What are you doing to my pawn? Oh my goodness. Did that archer just shoot that goblin out of the air? There are moments in this game that never cease to amaze me.
Go again. We must focus on finding victory, whatever our discomfort. I am well aware of the particulars.
Throw that on for now. Of course, it looks goofy clipping through the shield. One of the things I'm not too fond of is the cloaks and capes clipping through shields for fighters. Leads to me oftentimes not wearing one while I'm playing this vocation. And very similar situation with warrior and... What are you doing? Oh. Other vocations that wear equipment on their backs. Where do these goblins keep on coming from?
We ought to retreat then?
Alright, where are my pawns? Okay. Goodness. So, there's our first golden trove beetle. Wonderful little item. If I remember correctly, there are 80 of these, and it increases your carry weight by 0.15. So, definitely worth looking out for. And if memory serves me correct, there is always a Cyclops that will spawn up here in the early game. Hello, Harpy. And I'm going to sleep.
Quickly, Arisen. You must regain your footing.
Good harpies.
One never can have too many of
I
these.
truly do love it.
Let us take
Being able
care
to see
when and
Melve
how
in the
we put them
distance.
to use.
Vernworth. The tower. There's just something wonderful about it, knowing that at some point I will be at those locations, and just being able to see them. whatever you're doing, Pawn. Alright. Let's go into our first cave, shall we?
We're unlikely to find any warm hearths down here. Proceeding ill-prepared invites an early grave. Understood.
I know the boulders are going to come down at me. Come on now.
Methinks we could move this boulder if we worked together.
Well, that was a very poor decision on my part.
Goblins! No means of estimating our enemy's weakness. Let me get that. Is there nothing we can do about this obstacle? If a ranged attack is needed, you can count upon my aim. Might I be of assistance?
If I recall correctly, wolves spawn and then at least a hobgoblin or two after you come into here. After you open a chest, I should say.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Wait a minute.
Sir, where are you going? Yeah, after opening this chest, a few enemies should spawn behind me. Okay, I love the ragdolling. I really do. Yep, there's the hobgoblin. A little strong at this point of the game, but... Ooh! Oh my goodness.
Of heedlessness. Stand firm. You are not alone.
I forgot how hilarious it is when you fight that hobgoblin in the early game. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't fight the Cyclops yet.
Heed your senses.
Let
if aught feels out
me-
of place, it could very well be a trap. Remain alert.
Let me go get
and
some
naught shall catch us by surprise.
better
I'd
equipment
wager
before I
our
do
careful
that.
search has
A
rendered
little
all
more
secrets
damage,
bound.
possibly.
Let us make for a safe location where we might regain our strength.
Alternatively, I could camp and take advantage of that. That might not be a bad idea, actually. For now, I'll choose to go on to Melve. Rest the story a little bit. Let's not forget this little Seeker's token. And I forgot to show where the last one was on the map. That was
Now
my
here's
bad.
a surprise. Our collection grows. Interesting. I shall have to inform my own master of this.
And our second golden beetle of the run so far.
It is a remarkable treasure we've found. A fitting reward for a rigorous search.
Oh, now I find a thief pawn.
I enjoy tackling fierce foes and prefer...
No. Did... Oh, my pawn. Love how that happens every time I play this game. Always around that area, pawn ends up almost brining itself and then getting teleported out. I honestly don't know what the heck's up with this part of the game where it decides to do that, but hey. All you can do is laugh about it, you know? Now then, onward we go.
So, this is Melve. The scars left by the dragon's assault are plain to see. Mayhap a walk through the streets would help jog your memory.
Pitiable arisen. Hast thou forgotten thy destiny, thy charge? That is most unfortunate, but it doth not release thee from thy fate. risen. Charge adore.
Can you hear me, sir? Sir, stay with me. Thank goodness. How are you feeling? This is the second time I've watched over you like this, isn't it? You do not remember? Then have you forgotten that you protected me from the dragon's flames? You withstood the fire in my stead and were well and truly charred. 'Twas terrible. I had thought your life forfeit. I could not hear the beating of your heart. But you hung on and by some miracle survived. Arisen? I'm afraid I don't understand your meaning. Does it have aught to do with why you were taken to the castle? They said 'twas so that your wounds could be treated, though I fear you have no memory of this either.
I am of the Border Watch. Someone with arisen-like abilities came to this village, horn in tow. Know you aught of this?
Has he come for you? We are to part so soon, then. Mayhap you will visit me again someday. Till then, take care. Arisen.
Ah, excellent. You must be the one. You match my soldier's description. I'm glad I found you. The ruler of Vermont, currently convalescing in the capital, became arisen here in this very village. If you claim the same, then word must be borne to the capital. I dispatched a missive before coming here, though I doubt the matter can be settled without your presence. Would you be willing to accompany me to the capital? If you truly are arisen, you will be received with open arms. Oh, but forgive me. I scattered my soldiers in a bid to find you. I would not depart without them. We shall have to wait till they are reassembled. Come to think of it, Sir Leonard was asking after you as well. Mayhap now would be a good time to speak with him. Last I saw, he was having a drink at the inn.
Someone must have the answers we seek. If we ask around, we might just find them.
Well, still not sure how I feel about how they decided to go about with introducing players to the aspect of the Arisen, but future events, it in a way does make sense, so perhaps I can forgive it on that merit. And well, there's a lot of things about the story
We can
that
infer much of the lay of the land from here.
don't always make the greatest
We are
sense,
alone
but
here, methinks.
let's start giving some of this to my pawn. And oh yeah, that is slightly better. I'll be darned.
Perhaps we might stop a moment and find our bearings. True enough.
I can see why some people say that the story is a bit fragmented and not presented the best. And we have yet another Seeker's Token here in Melve.
This is a powerful weapon. A single bolt loosed from it would carry tremendous lethal force. This could grant us an edge in battle if we use it well.
Nice place, this. I'm in no hurry to leave. Well, you ought not strain yourself, not in your current state. Those burns could easily have killed you outright. I expect 'twill be some time before you fully recover. Well, you ought not.
Might I interest you in my humble ware?
Trying to remember if you have anything worthwhile. Chances are no.
Hope to see you again.
Remember to go the correct way to get back there. Don't don't jump off. I am guilty of doing that a couple times myself.
I'll collect that. You needn't trouble yourself.
And another Seeker's token. Just outside of Melve.
I'd wager there's aught to be found here. We ought to take a closer look.
I still love the scenery here. In the distance, you can see part of Beetle. You can see part of the area that leads to the elves.
Furthermore, we've not
my
counted a
goodness.
thief among our number for some time. Thieves
And of
do
course,
allow for a
Vernworth
greater
yet
range
again.
of cooperative tactics.
I know I said it earlier, but I truly do love the way they designed this world. It's just a bit of a shame that the combat does get pretty darn easy once you get to around level 30 and kind of snowballs from there, unfortunately.
Oh,
Oh, have you some business with the apothecary, sir? Dreadful sorry if I was in your way. Oh, no, I'm not lost or naught, sir. You needn't worry yourself on my account. I'm an apothecary in training, you see. My family runs a little shop in Vernworth. So when I heard tell of a medicine only to be found in this village, I thought I'd come and fetch some for us. Made the journey all by myself as well, if you can believe it. But, well, as luck would have it, I've not enough gold for the medicine. 'Twill be a shame to return empty-handed after coming all this way. But what more can I do? What? You'd do that? You'd get the medicine for me? Suppose there's no harm in that. If you're really sure. Oh, sir, I'd be most grateful. Seems my luck's not as rotten as I thought. I'll wait right here for your return, sir. And many thanks for your kindness.
we could make the fruit robberant ourselves, or simply purchase some at Rune's apothecary here in Melve.
There's Harspud. Oh yeah, you have to use dried fruit. Okay.
Yes, of course. I see it now.
Hello again, sir. Say, have you brought some fruit robberant for me? Oh, so this is what it looks like. Brilliant. Many thanks, sir. I haven't much to offer in return, but I'll be sure to tell Grandfather what you did for us. He'll want to reward you proper like, I'll bet.
It was a pleasure to recount such good tidings.
Fancy a look at my wares? Always a pleasure.
Truthfully, at the later stages of the game, it is definitely fashion's Dogma more than it is anything else. So,
I'm sure
excuse me
we'll
while I
find a
get
purpose for
distracted
it in
about
due time.
trying to make my pawn and myself look fashionable. At least best you can in the early game.
Here at the inn, we also offer changes of vocation for those who seek it. I get so few customers, you see, that I can manage both roles myself. But enough about me. Did you need something?
Always a pleasure. Well met. You're the one who saved Ulrika's life, aren't you? She told me all about it. It was a very brave thing you did. I'm in your debt. Ulrika's as good as my daughter. Here, consider this a small token of my gratitude. Now, tell me, are you registered with a guild? Perhaps you already know this, but registering with a guild will grant you access to specialized training, which comes in very useful when pursuing a vocation. Well now, that won't do. You need only speak with the innkeeper to register. Go on, 'twill only take a moment. If there is aught you wish to know of vocations, mayhap I can advise you. Very well. There is no wrong choice in any case. It is entirely up to you which vocation you adopt. But I shan't take up any more of your time. Pray, be well.
So, every vocation does have a maester skill, and honestly, they're relatively easy to acquire. It's just a matter of figuring out who you get them from. Leonard here gives you the fighter maester skill when you get his affinity high enough, and there will be other characters we'll go over, like Sir Baron, when the time is appropriate.
What can I get up to today?
If you're enjoying life, does aught else matter?
So this is where you've been. Come with me to the village entrance. The watchhead's waiting for you.
We may benefit from pursuing the information.
You really ought to have returned by now. Mayhap 'tis time I went looking for him. That place pushed my ears.
Hale, if you've a moment to spare, I'd like a word. As you can see, we're rebuilding, a task that can always benefit from another pair of hands. What say you? Would you be willing to help? Excellent. You're a good sort. I'll not soon forget this. Here's what I need from you. A bask of saurians has made their nest outside the village. Though they're yet to cause any harm, their proximity makes the villagers uneasy. I'd like to enlist your aid in driving them away. I've prepared some explosive casks and left them by the village entrance. Use them to send the saurians scattering.
A saurian nest so near the village is worrying indeed. Let us see the explosive casks there as quickly as we may.
I love
Indeed,
how this quest is something you can get right before you head towards Vernworth. And if you go through the regular entrance, Gregor will stop you. It's a bit obnoxious, truthfully.
My bed, please. And a sharp test.
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the saurian's nest, and your task is done.
Now we are to throw a jar of poison. Be sure to handle it with care, Master.
No, Gregor. No. Not ready yet.
We are none of us alike in vocation.
Oh no, he's menacingly marching towards me.
Counter whatever comes our way. Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible. Well done, Master. Those saurians shan't dare approach the village for some
Don't let him
time,
catch me.
thanks to your efforts. One could not...
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
Your diligence have borne fruit at last.
Give my gratitude for the work you've done for us this day. The rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace now.
Alright. So, even though I said I would try to get all of the ones in this area within this video, unfortunately, just playing the game and enjoying it made the process a little longer than I had intended. So, for now, we shall call it here, and I once again thank you for joining me on this adventure. Take care for now.